Thank you very much to everyone who celebrated my birthday and subscribed. This is the design of Amsterdam's new erotic center, a project commissioned by the city government in 2020. The concept? A 5,000 square meter high-rise featuring hotel rooms, offices, bars, entertainment facilities, a store, and a restaurant. Once completed, it will stand as one of Europe's largest and most advanced brothels. But just as intriguing as the design itself are the locations under consideration, far from the city's historic red light district. So why did Amsterdam's government decide to build this new complex? Why choose locations on the outskirts of the city? And why are people so upset? Back in 2009, a Labour politician stood before the city council, championing a plan he had spearheaded, Project 112, named after the postal code of Amsterdam's most notorious red light district. The mission? Clean up the area. Window brothels and coffee shops? Gone. But instead of enforcing new regulations, this lawmaker took a spatial approach. Buy buildings associated with crime and push crime elsewhere. The city government was sold and the plan moved forward. Little did they know, it would all come crashing down. Over more than a decade, the project resulted in the closure of over 100 window brothels and dozens of coffee shops. However, when researchers tried to assess its impact, they found almost nothing. Crime rates barely budged, and the red light district still widely perceived as an adult Disneyland with a sketchy vibe. But one thing Project 1012 did accomplish was creating a rift between Amsterdam's hundreds of sex workers and the city government, a conflict that continues today as the newest mayor attempts yet another transformation. Since taking office in 2019, Mayor Femke Halsema has made sweeping changes to the red light district. In 2020, she banned organized tours of the area. By May 2023, she prohibited cannabis consumption within the district entirely. New rules have also enforced earlier bar closures, restricted alcohol sales, and even launched ad campaigns discouraging rowdy British tourists. Her executive team has even floated the idea of banning foreign tourists from purchasing marijuana, an initiative that would single-handedly wipe out an entire industry of confused backpackers staring at space cakes. But her most controversial proposal? Redesigning the red light district once again. Now, Amsterdam actually has 3 separate red light districts. The most famous is De Wallen, which houses 249 rooms. Lesser known are Singelgebied with 63 rooms and Ruisdaelkade with 40 rooms. In 2019, Halsema proposed 4 possible futures for De Wallen. 3 of them targeted different areas in an effort to curb over-tourism. Her first scenario? Keep the rooms, but permanently close the curtains. If much of the appeal is simply gawking at the display, take away the display, and voila, fewer tourists. Plus, with more clients booking online, the shift from physical windows to digital ones seems inevitable anyway. Her second, more radical scenario? Relocate all the rooms from De Wallen and Singel to new areas. Same number of rooms, just different locations. But this was unrealistic, which is why the city is moving forward with Halsema's third and most feasible plan, moving a portion of the red light district elsewhere. Unlike Project 1012, though, she has promised that when rooms are removed, they will be replaced. To make this happen, the government initially considered 2 types of buildings, a single high-rise and a cluster of multifunctional structures. A floating pavilion was even explored, because nothing says cutting-edge urban planning quite like a brothel on water. Ultimately, the city landed on a design meant to accommodate about 100 rooms for sex workers, along with various entertainment facilities. For the actual design, the city commissioned the Dutch architecture studio Mook, led by architects Gianni Cito and Jurgen Tenhove. Their concept reimagines the linear layout of the red light district as a circular form inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright's Guggenheim Museum. Naturally, they came together to design a space for sex work. The final result? A building that kind of resembles a parking garage, featuring a continuous walkway, like De Wallen, but circular instead of linear. Each floor mimics a network of interconnected buildings, replicating the feel of a city street rather than a standard high-rise. When choosing a location, the government considered 8 regions before narrowing it down to 2. NDSM in North Amsterdam and an area near the Zuidas business district. If built in North Amsterdam, the design would need to be adapted into a floating brothel, likely a 100 by 20 meter pontoon with 5 floors, including a basement, a rooftop terrace, and spaces for rooms and other facilities. The government even considered repurposing a cruise ship, since it already has bars, theaters, and casinos. But as you might imagine, there are some logistical challenges, so a ship is unlikely. The alternative site, Zuidas, is the most exclusive area of the city. It may not be fashionable, but it is undeniably convenient. Regardless of the location, both options are faced with the withdrawal of residents. Homeowners are concerned about noise, crime, and the impact on children. Some sex workers are also concerned about safety, but city officials argue that the new building will also be safer than the Wallen. The Erotic Center aims to succeed where the 1012 project failed. But De Wallen's biggest advantage is visibility. Constant foot traffic can deter serious criminals. And therein lies the dilemma. Due to the backlash, the mayor was forced to postpone the decisions, facing fierce resistance in municipal buildings. Nevertheless, since 2021, Halsema holds a majority in the government. So while the discussions are ongoing, one thing is clear. Some rooms at De Wallen will be closed and they will be relocated. Still, the Erotic Center is not even Amsterdam's most controversial proposal. The city also plans to replace its iconic outdoor urinals with high-tech, artificial intelligence-powered, retractable toilets. Yes, really. And if this interests you, I recommend you to watch all the other videos. Have a good time already.